When Teofimo Lopez took on Arnold Barboza Jr. on May 2nd on the City of Wolves card in Times Square, no one considered his performance that of a runner. But I have a different assessment. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez and the diary of a Bonified runner. Once it was determined that Teofimo Lopez, the WBO super lightweight title holder, would be taking on Arnold Barboza Jr., there was a little bit of excitement from the Barboza camp because he had been looking to face Teofimo for a few years. But from a second vantage point of consideration, there is a reason why they decided to go through with this fight against Barboza Jr. And though Barboza had had a victory over Jack Catterall in his last fight, Teofimo was always looking for someone that he could face that it would benefit not only the style of fight that he usually takes before his opponents, but also someone who could feed the lack of confidence that is often displayed within him as a fighter. And as he approached this fight with Barboza, his record now is 22-1 with 13 KOs, and Barboza was looking to get into a battle with Teofimo, but Teo played keep away. Yeah, he moved, he stuck his jab, he used his footwork and athleticism in this fight in a manner of which there are other fighters that get highly criticized for doing the very same thing. Now we can judge Barboza's performance and saying he couldn't cut the ring off, but what Teo continues to show is a lack of forward aggression, and that is determined not only in his boxing, but how he carries himself as a person. We know, all things aside, outside the ring, he has misrepresented a tremendous deal. Going back to when there was an opportunity for him to face then undisputed champion Devin Haney, who had been talking about facing him for years. He has not wanted to face Devin Haney, has found every excuse to avoid Haney, and is not looking at any time soon to take on Haney. Even according to the news that just came out this week, the week of July 7th, we've heard a lot about June 7th. So what I want to say about Devin Haney, who also performed that same day, May 2nd, against Jose Ramirez, what we saw with Devin's performance is Devin has shown versatility. The very versatility that has come with high criticism. And if you compare the two men's battle from that day, Devin, whose record is presently 32-0 with 15 KOs, won just about every single round and was unscathed after the fight with Ramirez, whereas Teofimo, even though he was praised for boxing well, was a little bit battered about the face. Now, it may be true that his skin doesn't hold up, but he, being fleet of foot as he was not criticized one iota, whereas Devin Haney, who is the more seasoned fighter, more accomplished fighter, had endured a great deal of ridicule. And Teo, being fleet of foot, isn't being criticized at all. And the other thing that he is being fleet of foot about is not facing Devin Haney. When offered the opportunity by Turki Al-Sheikh to face Haney, even in the aftermath of the Ryan Garcia failed negotiations, Teofimo has opted not to look Haney's way, as he did years ago. And he's also, as word has just come out over the past 24 hours, that Keyshawn Davis has looked to offer a deal which would have paid him the same type of money for facing Boots or Haney, and he doesn't want to face Keyshawn Davis either. Teofimo Lopez is an confident fighter who is showing a tremendous deal of cowardice. And that's just putting it plainly and succinctly, because he doesn't want to be in a situation where he may be allowed or made to look bad. And that means less than the opponent. Taking on second, third, and fourth tier fighters seems to be the way he wants to go. Even his former promoter, Bob Arum, have talked about how he doesn't want to face certain fighters, and we're seeing it more and more. The curtain has been drawn back. We could see that he is not a person who wants to be in there to challenge himself, but he wants to reap the benefits of making the money that comes along with fighting at the top of the sport. This is Stormy B Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Leave comments and let's discuss. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.